Sorry about that. Technical difficulties and terrible catching. But yeah, so we're gonna start with some sports talk. So first, we have the standings in the NBA. The Nets are in fifth, and the Knicks are in eighth. So both of them playoff contention right now. Doesn't really matter. As far as the NFL goes, the Bills play later on tonight. So the last New York team that has a chance at winning a championship. But they go against the Chiefs at 6 p.m. Right now, the Packers are beating the Bucks, which makes me very happy because I don't want Tom Brady to win anything ever, ever again. I don't care if he's in Tampa Bay; he's still a Patriot to me. All right, and the only team that should be beating him though is the Giants. But I'll take the Packers. I'll take it as long as he doesn't win. Yeah, exactly. And the NHL, New York teams are doing pretty meh. We got the Islanders in fourth place. We got the Rangers and the Devils doing what they did last year, and they're just not last. They're seventh and they're sixth, but they're just not last. I'll take it, I guess. We're not the worst team in the East. But the big thing tonight is the WWE. They're going to have the Royal Rumble event. So first we have the Men's Rumble. I want, Keith Lee to win. But it looks like with storyline building and things like that, we'll probably see Daniel Bryan win the Royal Rumble, is my prediction. In the Women's Rumble, I think she will win, and I want her to win. Bianca Belair. She just has a lot of buzz going to her. The big win over Bayley, and that whole setup. I would really love if she wins the Rumble and then has her choice of what championship she wants. Because in all honesty, I kind of want her to go back to NXT. So that's my predictions there. We got Reigns versus Owens. I think Reigns is going to win and keep his title. And on the other side, we have McIntyre versus Goldberg. And I think McIntyre is going to win. It doesn't make sense to try and do a Goldberg versus McIntyre again at Mania. So let's just nip it in the bud now and make and validate McIntyre's championship. But last but not least, UFC had their card. And McGregor got his butt beat. I just felt like I should mention that. It was great. It was just really simply done. And I want
baby.
part three.
Yeah.
You gotta get a winner. I don't even know if it was like so easily done because Dana wants a part three, if you catch my drift. But we may see a part three, and the winner will probably get a chance to fight for the title if one doesn't fight for the title before that. So on that note, that's our quick sports wrap up. And as you see, I have a second mic here, so we'll be joined with a co-host for today for the rest of the episode. So Charles, take us to our first break, and when we come back, you'll meet my co-host.
As mighty armies clash in a struggle for total domination, the scales can be tipped by one man who has the courage to confront his fate and make a choice that will decide the fate of the world.
Guys put a lot of smoke in today. Wow. But anyway, we expecting a real superhero? I don't think so. The real life superheroes are the ones that are helping out in their community today. And the LDM show will be there to bring you the events and stories to life. Do you know a real superhero? Let us know. But for now, follow us on Instagram and Twitter and like us on Facebook. Also visit our websites for photos, videos, and updates. But until the meantime, hey, I gotta be out of here.
Thank you for having me, my love. I'm Pamela Calas. It's an honor being here with the man, Will.
Well, we're going to talk about a couple of things, some stuff happening locally, some stuff in the news. So, I mean, like, the major thing this week was the Biden thing. So, Biden is now president. One on? Can you hear me?
Hello, hello.
So,
Let's applaud that Biden made it.
Biden is he got to office. Nothing stopped him. All the back and forth of if it was cheating or not. I mean, in all fairness, They said Trump's election was a cheating thing. I think.
He got mad that he got cheated.
No.
He cheated.
When Trump
and
beat,
then got mad
that's
that he got cheated. Since that's what he's
if he got
accusing
right.
now.
That's what I'm saying. I'm
That's-
like,
Isn't life just you know?
if
Doesn't
you,
it suck when it's done to you?
it's karma, baby.
That's what are we gonna do?
and,
What are you gonna do?
at the
You're
same
gonna
time,
give him a note. You're gonna give him a note.
maybe
You know, he gave him a little note.
it's not fair.
He didn't give him the case. He gave him the note.
Give him the whole
He
note.
said, "Thank you, no, thank you." Who knows what he said?
I died laughing at the Trump I'm leaving speech because there's literally a point where he goes, well, the economy was doing well, then COVID hit, and the economy started doing well again under my leadership, and so you could say that we did it twice. And then he punches the air, and you're like, really, Trump? You're that desperate to try and get a chair?
Oh man.
So that was great.
Yeah. Thank
um,
God though. We're gonna see changes.
We are, but here's the thing. So, Biden keeps talking about unity, right? And the thing about it is, in his first 3 days in office, he's already picked up a lawsuit from Texas. He wants to unite America, and the one state that can leave at any point for any reason is suing him because he immediately, the first thing he does is try and make stricter COVID laws, right?
Yes.
Understandable. I think whether or not you're an anti-masker or not, the president trying to care about people's health, positive. But the second day, he wants to change all of the immigration laws. He's just no, we're getting rid of everything Trump. He's supposedly he called the president of Mexico to let him know he's going to get rid of all the deplorable laws against his people and all this stuff.
They stopped the wall.
And
they-
I mean, I get it. I'm for it, right?
yeah.
But you want to just the day before talk about unity, and then you piss off Texas, the front of the Republican
Like
movement.
the-
When you think of Republicans, you think of Texas and then Florida.
Oh yeah.
But
well, no, Texas is number one.
right, it's number
Yeah.
one.
You don't piss off Texas.
They're suing him.
Of course they are.
It-
That's life.
I mean, he can't even get a week. He can't even get a
He's got
full
72
week.
hours. He's good. He's gonna break records. You know.
It's amazing.
He's gonna break records, baby. That's just how it is.
So I don't know what's gonna happen. We walked into 2021, I think, thinking that, oh yeah, it's a new year, everything's gonna change, and we're 3 weeks in, and I'm already the stuff that's happened in the news in the last 3 weeks.
I think suing is the new. It's the new norm because
Fair-
you
true.
have to look at they're suing Trump. They're trying to get him for tax invasion. And
Oh,
all
yeah,
these
there's a lot
other
of stuff.
things. So suing is the number one. I feel that's the go-to now.
Well,
You never heard of that before.
that's true. That's
I
true.
never heard of the president getting sued, the
Sued.
vice president getting sued, the wife, scandals,
Everything.
whatever. Suing?
we
We've
just,
heard a lot of scandals.
but
And-
suing the
but
president.
suing the president during his term.
We
We're not
legitimately.
talking about later on.
No, while he was actively running.
Have you not seen it all?
we
We
are in
haven't
a
seen it
time
all.
where the White House has become more dramatic than the West Wing. This is great.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's all. Yeah. I mean, we got to have.
We've moved from West Wing to 24. Just think about it. Jack Bauer is probably somewhere right now in China doing something we don't even know about it. Now, other than that, we have Cuomo trying to legalize marijuana here locally. He thinks it's going to boost the economy, supposedly. He's like, we're going to do what Colorado did
I
and use the
absolutely
money
agree
to do
with
that.
him.
I'm all for it.
The thing is, look at all the states that already have
True.
boosted. California was broke, right?
True.
Think about it.
No, you're right.
How many dispensaries is there in California right now?
I don't think there's enough fingers on my hand to count what's just in the middle
Think
of LA.
about that. Yeah. Just LA.
Yeah.
And I have a dear sister that lives in San Diego. And, I mean,
Yeah.
you can go to California and just enjoy yourself, they're making money. So the
Nobody is
state
running to Canada anymore. You just go to
You don't have
Colorado,
to, yeah.
California.
Just take a drive.
I'm not mad
So
at
they
it.
should legalize it.
I'm
Why is it so wrong?
well, from what I heard years ago, right? A guy I know was saying that they made it legal for soldiers because of PTSD, right?
Of course.
And so they had to wear a black band,
And they made it legal for cancer patients.
right? And that was about 6 months after that. that they
Okay.
did that for cancer patients, and it was just in general glaucoma, this whatever, it's just all medicinal
Sure.
use. And I'm just like, well, we're at the point where we're recognizing that this can be a healing thing, right? The same way that alcohol for some people who don't abuse it, like drugs are bad if you abuse them.
Of course.
But you have people who use stuff daily, and there's no problem. It just kind of helps relax them or get them to kind
I
of
mean,
like
too
settle
much
in.
water can bloat you. Anything,
True.
anything too much is not going to be good.
Exactly. So
But you know, you
just-
take a little joint, or smoke a
honestly,
bowl,
I
you
think they were
know,
just
and
trying to figure out how to
relax. Maybe
tax it.
smoke a blunt, just cool out.
ain't nothing wrong with it.
No, you're not bothering anyone. We probably have less killers actually. They just smoked a blunt right before they thought they were about to go be manic.
They're not stressed anymore.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you know what? I really want to go. I really want to go and just kill my neighbor, but I'm gonna smoke this blunt,
And you know,
and I'm just gonna chill out, and hopefully he falls asleep, and it never
that's it.
happens.
No, but
And it
considering
never happens.
considering the number of people who are being let out of jail because their crimes aren't bad enough, it may be what you need.
No, that's absolutely. I mean, me and you right now could probably smoke and just laugh and have a great time.
I
It's
mean,
like
I wouldn't smoke, but if you had a brownie,
I have some gummies in my purse,
that doesn't sound too bad to me.
18 patrol post at 36.
But yeah, so that's a good thing. But speaking of stress, this whole state is stressed right now because the vaccines are on low.
Yes. So think about all the millions of people we have in New York.
Oh,
They took care of Connecticut.
I work
They
at.
took care of Rhode Island.
Oh, of course,
They
it's
can't
wrong.
take care of.
I work
New
at a
York.
hospital, right? People had come in one day with like the note saying, "Yeah, we're scheduled to come in this morning," and people had to just be like, "No, it's not here. We don't have it. Like, go
They got
away."
their
now."
appointment?
Like, we got a confirmation this morning. Well, this afternoon.
Yeah.
I was
You're
like,
the
yo.
million people that came right before you already took it.
I think the best part about it though was that the young people were like, well, okay, I guess. Can I get rescheduled or be the next in line or whatever? Yeah, we'll figure it out. We're gonna have in the system who didn't receive it. All right, great. But the old people, I've never seen so many canes shaking in a day. It was hilarious. This one guy was like this big with his cane. It was just like, what do you mean? I'm seeing to get that shot. I did
I
it.
can't
COVID is still
believe-
here. I was rolling.
No, I believe it. And one of my best buddies works in a hospital, and he can't. The phone just doesn't stop.
All day
No,
long.
no, medical, no. Hey, medical, no. But he said it's just all day. He's like, he barely gets a chance to take a break because there's so many people calling for the vaccine. And to be honest, my personal opinion, I think Pfizer is probably better than Moderna
Well, I mean,
as
it's
far as side effects, from what I've been. My
Moderna.
understanding.
Moderna has had way more negative reviews, negative effects. The thing about it is that it's quicker to produce. The storage is less. I mean, you have to understand
It's
that.
easier to store.
Right. If the quality of the product makes it a bit difficult, it might be worth taking, right? So Pfizer's might be better for you because it's just there's more to it to like keep it fresh and this. I just feel like
Absolutely.
it's just a better system that they have. It's very specific, and when something's specific and with medicine, I trust it more. Moderna is very much kind of like the over-the-counter
Yes,
COVID
it's
vaccine.
like the store brand.
Right.
It's like-
So
it's like
they're like, we can get you a lot of it, but if it works, I
Right,
mean,
we're like,
you'll pray to God.
this is this is A. You got B over here. And
Right.
I
I mean,
listen, I'm not against it either way. And if people want to get vaccinated, I'd say absolutely go for it because it's not a negative. It's like the flu shot. Not everybody likes it, but if you like to take it and you want to take precaution, do it.
look, all I would say about the vaccine is this: when the Xbox 360 dropped, when the PS5 dropped,
Yes.
that first package that released in 2020, yeah, some people are sending those back to the retailers. Wait for 2021, things are fixed, and then take it.
And then take it.
Right?
Exactly.
You don't want to be one of the people who just took Moderna when they're still like, oh no, this is still
yeah,
under
like
testing.
I'm not waiting in
Yeah,
line for the
no.
PS5.
No, not at all.
You know?
No, not at all. See, I was
5, 6, 7 hours, like the iPhone. Are you kidding me? Then there's
It's-
going to be a new one coming out now. You're going to see a line for the iPhone.
I can't wait for that. I'm about to get
holding
paid.
on to my 10 until it dies on me. Dude, and I'm only lucky I got the 10 because my other phone got cracked.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, oh, another $800-900 bill. Why? Why are they so expensive?
Because
Apple, why are you doing this to the people? Why can't we go back when it was a contract for 2 years and the phone was $50? What happened to those days?
the phones now have brains.
That's the thing.
That's the thing.
And there's no contract.
Right.
The contract was everything.
Well, I mean,
2 years and you got a nice razor, a sidekick. You know, do you
No,
remember
you-
what I'm-
you're
know
right.
what I'm
Yeah, they're like,
talking
we-
about? And
we get
those
to
were
keep you.
cool. That was cool. Now, it's
But-
the same phone. It's just upgraded. An Apple is an Apple, but it's just upgraded. So now the Apple 11 or 12, you can use it for filming.
yeah.
It literally has the same characteristics as a camera.
Well, the thing about
People are using it. Filmmakers
Yeah.
are using it to make movies.
yeah.
It's incredible.
But that's what it is. Every time when you really get like the next Apple, it's normally a better camera, a better processor,
Yes.
and better just general graphics.
And
That's
I,
it.
And I agree with that, but it's expensive.
Oh, it's crazy expensive.
It's $1,000. Imagine spending $1,000 just on a phone every year. I mean, I barely want to pay for parking at my work, and I can't even imagine paying
Well, when you
every year because it's just a new thing.
But when you do
people
it,
love it.
you have to do the plan with your service. So this way now you're only paying $100 a month. It's a bit more reasonable that way. And by the
well,
time
it's-
you're
it's
done,
definitely affordable.
you do the same thing for.
It's like leasing a car, baby.
Yeah.
It's like leasing a car.
But I feel like it's better than leasing a car because in New York you don't need a car. It's nice to have,
I have a car.
but you don't need it.
No, I understand, but I have a car.
You have a
know
car
why?
and the
because that
appetite.
Costco shopping is real.
Oh, I ain't mad at that. Mm-mm.
That BJ shopping is real.
You s-
Okay.
But do you shop down the block?
So I live in like I call it the suburbs of Queens.
What, Douglason?
College.
Troy, okay.
College Point.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
So it's like. It's away from the Flushing area where you definitely don't
No.
want to have a car over there.
Not at all.
But I live like right by a beautiful park, and I could see the city. And you can take the
The
bus,
bus.
to the train. You got to
Yeah.
take the 7. It's the last stop, and you're just like, oh, when am I ever gonna get where I gotta
No,
go?
no.
So I have a car.
I get it. I get why you have a car if you're in Queens, if you're in Brooklyn, because I mean it's built like the rest of Long Island, which it was once a part of. So
Literally,
you-
it's like I call it the suburbs of Queens. But
no, I mean the suburbs to me would be like Great Neck and Douglas in the States, and all the way out there past like 2 something street.
And Valley. Green-
Yeah, going out that way, Sheepshead Bay. all
Like
those
right
areas.
right next to Jamaica, basically. Greens Acre Mall. and
yeah, all of that,
Yeah,
right.
all of that whole area.
That to me is the burbs. That's
yeah. I call it's
College
like,
Point is
'cause
nice enough. You're
College
like
Point is
you're
like
not too far, but
10
it's
minutes
special.
away from LaGuardia. You know, you're right by the
Yeah.
airport. You could still get to Astoria. You could get to Manhattan. You
Right.
could go to the Bronx.
It's not too bad.
But everybody still complains when they come over.
Well,
Like,
you have to take a
"You
train to
live
a
too
bus."
Far. Yeah, you live too far. Girl, you live too far for this train. I said, I know.
I'm not mad.
I'm sorry. I love you, boo, for coming over.
See, for me, it.
I'll pick you up at the train stop.
See, that's nice.
That's love.
See, and that's
Love
that's
my
what you need a
people.
car for.
Who doesn't love their people? You gotta pick them up.
See, not everybody
I
does
got
that
an
though.
SUV. We could
Oh,
fit
you can get the
7.
whole crew.
Okay, we put everybody, the whole posse.
And you told me the friends were Jamaican too, so I know that they come in groups.
You know what I mean? With the wagwans. I got the wagwans.
That's a good one. Oh, I forgot to talk about this real quick, but Garth Brooks at the inauguration doing Amazing Grace. What the heck was that?
Trisha Yearwood was rooting for him, honey. Okay? That's love. When your
Somebody
wife
was
loves
rooting.
you, Trisha, girl, your cooking show on point. Listen to me. Love that man. You understand?
I'm sorry.
Love that man.
We
You
had-
have to love.
We had a
They're
Jewish
ride and die.
we had a Jewish lady singing one song, a Spanish lady singing another, and you
Yes.
choose the white guy to
land-
sing
This land
Amazing
is
Grace.
your land. This land is mine.
I was rolling. He sounded so out of breath singing this like a soulful song, and we were just like,
Thunder rolls. lightning just striked all of a sudden, like the thunder rolls. Because he was the man back in the day.
Back
baby.
in the day. No,
And let me
Garth Brooks was
tell you,
everywhere. Everywhere.
Don't get me wrong, he's the man. He's like retired. He's chilling. Like,
Yeah.
but he would still be the man. You know, like if he was to continue
Blake
singing.
Shelton is the thing now.
Yeah, you got Blake. You've
Blake
got
Shelton's a
Eric
thing now.
Church. You've got, so many artists. I mean, I actually went 2 years ago to the Kenny Rogers farewell in Nashville,
Oh, really?
where everybody, Lady Antebellum. I mean, I can go on and on of how many people covered his songs, but then at the end, the best part, Dolly Parton. Yes, girl! Dolly Parton is everything! And they sang together. So he watched everybody sing his songs, but then at the end, they got up together, and they were singing their songs. And I just absolutely love it. It was awesome.
That sounds like a really cool.
It was I have like videos. I went with one of my best buddies, and he lives in Austin, Texas. So Austin is like music town. So he's all about music. So
Right.
he was like, Pamela, I just bought 2 tickets, and I just know that you're going to be down. I said, baby, I'm bringing that ass. And I brought that ass. I will meet you in Nashville, boo. And we did. We did 2 nights. It was phenomenal. We went to the Johnny Cash Museum. We went and played Top Golf. We went all the way up and down the Strip. We just had an awesome time. Nashville is a great place to visit. And if you live there, I believe it's also a good place to live. But to visit, I don't care what color you are. I mean, we literally were on the Strip,
Mm-hmm.
and they would have Airbnb groups. Like, it wasn't just country.
Right.
Even though majority of it was country.
Of
You
course.
see like a girl singing with her guitar on one floor. On the other floor, you might see like a 4-piece band, But you have R&B, rap. I mean, literally everything was on the street. Like, you
It's
just
known
go
as
into a
Music
different-
Town.
It was Music Town. It was, you
Yeah.
go to one bar, you're like, oh, great, that sounds awesome. This person's playing old school. This person's playing Motown.
Right.
It was literally, it's a place for
It's
everybody.
the music
That's all
capital
I'm gonna
of
say.
the South.
Is it bigger than Austin?
It's way bigger than Austin. When
Yeah.
like to
I know for country
if
it
you
is.
if you want to make it in country, Nashville's the
Oh,
route you have to go through,
for
right?
country.
But when it comes to music in the South, it's Nashville and Atlanta that people talk about. But Atlanta's very much
Atlanta-
like hip hop only.
Atlanta is it's going to be the new Hollywood. I predict it's the new Hollywood. There's so many people opening up studios.
It's already the new San Fran.
Tyler Perry's already, I think he's got a studio out there.
Yeah, Tyler Perry has
Like-
his down there.
Like it's
Marquise Houston, a whole bunch of them.
all of them. Like I don't know if it's because it's affordable.
It
or
is.
if
That's
it's-
what it is. It's the same reason why people were filming in New York for a while is because they were getting like stipends and it was affordable. Then they moved to Chicago next, and now they're moving to Atlanta. They go where whoever is giving them money and space.
Absolutely.
That's what it is, and
Well,
Atlanta
space
needs
is
it.
important.
Atlanta needs it, so they've made it super affordable.
I feel like it's the new Hollywood. Everybody's going to Atlanta, and people are moving to Atlanta left and right, and it's
Yeah, but I know a lot of people because when this started happening, right, about like 10 years ago, I know a lot of people who started trying to go down there. They tried to go to Atlanta, and almost immediately, like, there's a lot of business being done there, but not a lot of jobs there. So people are moving down, and within a year, moving back to somewhere else or going somewhere else in the South or
so
whatever.
they don't have employment.
I mean, getting a job down there is really hard unless you are working specifically in production. But it was a booming city, like it was becoming what it is now.
Yeah.
And so everybody wanted to hop on the wave, and now it's going to be the new black capital and whatever.
Yeah.
Everybody went south, and then they either came all the way back to New York or stopped in North Carolina. Like that was the
North
thing.
Carolina's nice.
North Carolina, low key, is popping. Like everybody's
it really
moving
is.
there.
I was just there like a couple weeks ago.
I don't know what it is.
It's that's like up and coming. Let me
Yeah.
tell you, Charlotte.
I
North
believe it.
Raleigh.
Raleigh.
Durham.
Yeah.
I flew into Raleigh, got picked up. We went to the downtown area, and then we drove down to Charlotte,
Okay.
where my friend lives
Right.
halfway. They're in New York,
Yeah, they bounce between you.
But it is absolutely fun, good people, good food, good times. I'm like, wow.
I like how
Raleigh,
you
Durham?
start with good people, but my mind definitely was just like, what about the food?
The
Let's go.
food,
Let's go with
good-
the food. The
good
food gotta be.
people, good food, good times.
It's
Like, good vibes. Like it was
I
during this
the
pandemic.
Yeah, Well, I
I'm
mean,
saying this.
it's good. You go to a state that can be a little red, and you can have a good time.
Yeah, baby.
I'm hearing from people who they come from California. They visited at some point during this thing, and they're like, yeah, people out there think that we're weird for wearing masks in New York. I'm like, and that's why their whole state is on fire
Yeah,
right
that's
now.
But didn't I hear that about Florida too?
Well, Florida, yeah, but you expect
I'm
that from
like-
Florida. It's red. California is the second, or actually the largest blue state, and they're thinking you're crazy for wearing a mask. It's too hot
My
for a
sister
mask.
will kill me if I don't wear a mask. If she watches me right now, she's probably like, "Why are you not wearing your mask?" I'll be like, "I love you," because she's a doctor, so she's like very
Yes.
works in the hospital, and she's just like, "What are you doing? This is serious." I'm like, "I take it very serious. Love you."
Oh man, yeah, I don't know. I think some people are a bit too anal about it. Like I've literally seen somebody walk outside with their mask on their face.
Listen, my buddy was in Astoria. I went to one of the restaurants, and no joke, I kind of recommended it to him because he's like, I want a place where we're not going to be freezing. We just want to grab a drink. We want to cool out. I said, great. There's this place. Boom, go. Because he lives in Queens,
Okay.
and his friend that was meeting up with him lives in Brooklyn, so they didn't want to go like Long Island, 'cause
Right.
that would have been really far. And plus, I don't think the other friend has a car. So anyway, I said, all right, you want to do Astoria? So they go, and sure enough, he needs to go use the restroom, and literally did this from the booth, and the waitress is like, you need to put your mask on, sir. Yes. So the same waitress that comes this close to you without the mask, that's
Is
not a
yelling-
problem.
right.
But that waitress that was across the way, as you're getting up to put on your mask, she's yelling at you to put it on. So I don't know. I don't know. It's
doesn't-
okay.
yeah.
It's okay for me to be at the table without my mask. You're right here.
But one
you
step.
freaked out. He told me she freaked out the moment that I sat up. He goes, I go in my pocket. He's like, he's
Right.
got like pockets like you, jeans. Goes to grab, freaks out. I was like, okay, that's extreme. I think you should wear the mask when you're leaving the table.
Right.
Respectfully so. People are eating. They're,
Right. But you have to be able to get it.
But that's what I said. I'm like, that really happened, baby? He's like,
Yeah. No, I completely.
yeah. So there's an extreme.
I see people freak when your mask is like right here, right above your nostrils, which is the part, but like not all the way up on the bridge. I'd be like, pull your mask up, pull your mask up. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Everything's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be fine.
oh, I don't know, but
The person you're sleeping with is gonna give you COVID, not me. Not me.
that is the weirdest part to this whole thing. I think more than anything, the pandemic has just been really awkward to navigate dating for people.
Oh, it's absolute. If you're single right now, I don't think it's easy.
Yes.
If you're single. Now, if you're married, you're probably killing each other at the house. to be
Honestly, I'm seeing a
honest.
lot of people get knocked up around now. 'cause
Oh,
they just-
everybody's pregnant.
Yeah, you're
right
like-
now, we're going to have so many 20, 21 babies. But
I know. I think
the
we'll have
joke
less.
is like from hanging around each other for 2 months.
Oh, yeah, you're gonna hate each
they've
other.
never been around each other for so long, so much time, and I'm just like,
Did you watch the Chris Rock special
No.
that redropped on Netflix? So
no.
I think this came out originally 2019, and then they did like an extended version recently drop on Netflix.
Oh, okay. I didn't see the extended version. I
Right.
did see the 2019.
And so he talks about it, the fact that like marriage in his parents' time, it was still like his parents were married for like 30 some odd years,
Yes.
and it was less than his like 13-year marriage. And people at first were like, huh? But he's like, look, when you were married back in the day, you didn't see your wife or husband for like 14 of those hours.
Yes.
Now, when you're in a relationship, before you even get to marriage, because of Facebook, cell phones,
It's
this, that, and the third, you're with
everything.
someone all day long. You finally get
All
home,
day.
and it's just like, why don't we talk? Because we talked all goddamn day.
We spoke all day. You woke me up. You called me at work. You know I'm at work. I get home. You tell me you're on the way home from work.
Right.
I knew your whole day before you got home.
I hate it when I'm at work, and this is part of why I like to be single. You're at work, right? You might give the whole good morning back and forth kind of a texting, but then you're finally at work, and then they're like, "Why did it take you 5 hours to respond back to me?" Because that's when I had lunch. I'm at work.
Honey, you're living your best life.
Like, why are you waiting?
I'm
5
living
hours
my
for a
best
text
life
message?
too. We're not doing all that, okay?
No.
I love you. Have a wonderful
Okay,
day. I will
boom.
see you or talk to you later, depending on, are you living together?
Right.
You living separate?
But we'll get in contact when the sun goes down. Like,
Yes, honey. Let me laugh with my friends and cool out for a minute. Like, why? What are we doing here? Like at night, I understand you have your conversation. Babe,
Right.
how was your day? Da-da-da.
right, totally. I had
I understand.
I had one ex
Thank
that
God I'm not a phone person. I'm not.
So what's the matter?
I'm definitely the
I mean,
kind of like
you
I'd rather
can't
send
call
text messages
nobody.
or send memes to each other if we're gonna do something like
Yeah, I like something funny.
right, like
Yeah.
that's cool. I
Especially
don't,
like in a group text, you got your people, and it's like,
Right.
look at this, look at this.
I'm not trying to be on my phone.
But like
day.
all day, every day, you need to know, like, I just got out of the bathroom, It's like, why you
Can I
gotta know
breathe?
everything? Just let me tell you about it, especially my way. When I get home, I can tell you, give it to you like I can animate it for you.
Oh, the
my
whole-
whole day, and we'll have a good time. But now it's like through this and this.
No, it's
and,
so much better in person.
It's so much better.
I hate people who get mad at you for wanting to send a text message. I'm like, well, first off, I'm doing 3 different things, right? So I have time to like get back to a message, but I want to be on the phone. I can't do that right now.
Honey, let me tell you about these earpieces or these ear pods or whatever you want to call it.
Oh yeah.
Okay? I went to a Christmas party. Not this Christmas. Last year when things were normal.
Good. 2019.
Yes. DJ. Music's blasting.
That was perfect.
Tell me why this guy is taking pictures with his girl. He got ear pod on. Like, what are you listening to at a Christmas party that is more important than enjoying yourself, being with your woman? Pictures, like, this is the only reason why I know is because when I was looking through the pictures, I was like,
Yes.
why is he wearing an ear pod? Why?
So to be fair, no. To be fair,
It is a fashion and it's killing me. It's like going to dinner. Once we get to dinner,
oh yeah.
take your ear pod out.
Oh,
That's-
definitely.
That's respect.
My
It's not even on, but that's what I'm saying. It's just like it's this piece that I see
You get a phone
all
call. Beep.
day. Yes, all day. This so you don't miss the call, so you don't miss the text, so you don't miss it and enjoy the
Life,
moment.
right.
Like that Christmas. So imagine we had that Christmas party in 2019. There was nothing going on in 2020. Don't you wish that you had another Christmas party that you could have enjoyed, and you said, man. If we could only have that,
No.
that good
I
time.
gotta ask.
That's what it is. Your memories now. There's no 2020 memories right now. Everybody's
What are you
memory is
talking about?
2019.
Everybody had a Christmas party. Everybody and their
But
moms.
I didn't do anything for Christmas. I didn't do anything for Christmas, and I didn't do anything for New Year's. And I'm notorious for gathering.
No, my aunt.
I'm a host. I do it all. I gather everybody together. Summertime, there's always something. Kickball events, football events, beach parties, parties at the Greek's house.
like this is having fun, cooling out.
having fun and cooling out. That's what life is all about. Me being stuck in Greece for almost 6 months, everybody was like, man, I really miss those events. I'm like, yeah, you see? So every time you missed one, you should be regretting it right now. Oh, man, I know I missed like 2, and I just totally regret it. I said, yeah, because this life is once.
Right.
It is once, and we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. And now that we know that, now it's like, don't touch, don't look, don't do this. It's like, I don't even know what to do this summer. I feel like even if we're all vaccinated, I feel
People
like
are gonna be paranoid. It's
they're-
gonna be.
we're still going to be not.
This generation's gonna be ruined.
Yeah.
Like
It's
everyone's
going to
like,
be hard to be like, hey, let's get together for just a barbecue.
oh yeah. Are you sure? Is it okay?
Yeah.
It's okay. Did
How
the
many
CD
people are going to be there? I don't know.
Did the CDC
Well,
approve
are there
it?
going to be kids? I don't know. Well, I don't like. It's going to be that.
Oh,
That's going to be
God.
the thing. Where before you'd be like, Yo,
Yeah, sure.
Is so and so going to be there because
That
I ain't
one
going.
person, right?
now it used to be about that so and so, but now it's like, well, how many?
Are other
people?
humans going to be there? Yes, it's a
Yes.
gathering.
Yes.
I don't know about that.
So I mean, can we zoom
Yeah,
this? Can we zoom this
Can
barbecue?
you zoom a hamburger?
Can you send me a send me that rib tip? Okay. All right.
Well,
I got you, boo.
if worse come to shove, you can join us on our walk and sips.
Walking sips.
Yeah, we choose like a random waterway or bridge to walk across, and we have our little simple cocktails, and we just go across the bridge, sipping our drink and making more from our big bag. Like, as you can see, I can carry a lot of stuff.
Oh,
in there.
that sounds
So, yeah.
excellent.
That's what we do.
Okay, baby, we're gonna be doing that real soon. Coming up. Stay tuned. We'll tell you all about that walk.
Oh yeah, some good walks.
Get that 7-Eleven gulp cup. Okay. Fill it up.
Right across the what is that? I think the Manhattan Bridge.
Of course.
7-Eleven is right there.
I already know. Where the little carousel is and the
Yep,
pizza
yep.
place and
that was
right on the Brooklyn side.
that was my favorite one, going across the Dumbo into that little park area.
I
That
love
was a nice one.
Dumbo.
It's a nice area.
It is a nice area. I don't know how it is now. I don't know if things are still up and
No,
running or whatever.
People
but
are. I mean, the businesses aren't all open. Some of because
That's
some
what
of
I'm
it's industrial,
saying.
but as far as
But
like
it's a cool area,
a lot
though.
of families are in the park still, and people have on their mask, and everybody's by like the water when the weather's good. When the weather's like this,
yeah,
it's
it's
not that
freezing
great, but
today.
when it was warm, a lot of people were really like out there enjoying themselves, and the kids were having fun. I think that's the best part when like the kids can still enjoy themselves.
I was enjoying myself when I came back.
Yeah.
September, October.
The
We
weather
were
was
in
good
the
until
park.
pretty
It
much
was really
November.
nice. We were in Prospect Park. We were in what's that other park called? I can't remember right now. But I hit them up and everybody was out and
Yeah, I think what it
nobody
is
was
is
rude and
a lot of people, like the pandemic has forced a lot of people to be more creative. And really, I just feel like it's just simple fun, right? Everybody's so into being in digital stuff or going out and partying hard, you forget to enjoy the little things.
yeah,
You know, just-
or
n-
just like play frisbee.
Yeah, something
You know
simple.
how fun frisbee is?
I prefer football, but I
I
get it.
love football, honey.
I
Let's
just
do this.
I love playing football. It's it's hard to get like 12 people together to play a pickup game.
You'd be so surprised how many times I've had a football event. What? Of course, I'm the only girl. Honey, don't.
Where's
don't
my
let-
invite?
I take these earrings off, honey, so I can play some football, okay? I got my gloves right now in my bag as we speak.
I'm not mad at that. On game day, I'm not mad.
Yeah, but it's great. We just have a good time, And we play flag football.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's fun.
So do you watch the NFL?
Yeah, I watch NFL. I watch NBA. I mean, those are my main. I will say it. My main is NFL, NBA, and then I love gymnastics. I love figure skating, and I love
Oh,
tennis.
You want to talk Olympic sports? I love. the
And I love
Olympics.
volleyball.
Oh, indoor or beach?
Both.
Oh,
Both. Both. But I do love beach. I don't know
beach
what.
is so much better.
I don't know what it is about beach. Like, my heart, it's everything.
You're
Like,
messed up. You're messed up, Charles.
You know what I'm talking about.
I watched the guys play too. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't know the guys play? Yeah, the guys play. The guys play. But yeah, I don't know what it is. Like, I really love beach volleyball, but I do watch indoor too. I don't.
No, I
take
watch
it away.
indoor.
And I always watch the Olympics
Oh.
because that's respect.
Stands like, hands
Everybody
down.
should
You have
watch
to.
the Olympics.
You have to watch the Olympics.
They train all year and
I-
for 4 years and
I
whatever
can't
the case is.
explain to you how
Watch
mad I
the
was.
Olympics.
When everything got pushed back to 2021, I like cried. I was like, why? I
Don't
just
cry,
I
baby.
want the Olympics
Just put
now.
those glasses on. Nobody will ever be able to tell.
Oh man, I wanted them so bad. Like I crave the Olympics every 4 years. Like
It's great. You've got the winter and the summer, and I think everybody should be watching it respectfully so. They're the greatest talent that we have. That they train so hard. Like all you have to do is watch it. You don't have to fly to Japan.
right.
You don't have to fly
I
to
would totally
to,
do it,
to
though.
Greece.
If I can get an invite, let me know. I'll be there.
Yeah.
Mask and all, I'll
Listen,
be there.
When we're making this money, we'll go. We'll pay for it ourselves,
I would love.
But
to
it's a
see that.
beautiful thing. I think I appreciate it. I watch it all. See, it's the same thing like cycling.
Cycling is pretty cool. I can't sit through all of it. I like to watch like the last hour of it when everyone's really like, we gotta get to the marker.
Yeah.
But I'm the same one with most sports. Like I can watch a couple of regular season games, but for me, it's all about the playoffs, and not even because the best teams are there. It's like no, it's at this point. It's do or die, so everyone plays with everything on the line.
Well,
it's like when you see a
You've
scrimmage
got
in
your
the street.
second string that plays always in the beginning.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, okay, let's see what they're about.
But even that,
it's not their first string. They always have like one or two guys that are the main, and then they bring their bench people.
I like watching the second string because they know it's their one chance to get some shine.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But you'd be surprised how many people are like, these games
They
wait.
don't matter.
And then, but
Yeah.
me, I'm like, I want to see it all.
And
There's honestly nothing on TV.
right now, yeah, sports.
All I
is,
have to say is like, when there's no sports, there's no TV for me. What am
Okay.
I watching? Now I'll put on Netflix. I'll put on
Right.
Hulu.
But as far as TV, like live TV,
What's on TV?
This Is Us.
This is
That show is everything.
Sheets Creek.
Oh, that's funny too.
Yeah, but I mean, like everything's a rerun. Like I love Seinfeld. I think Seinfeld was
One of the best shows ever.
I think it was absolutely genius. The cast is great, and
I feel as
but
New
I've seen
Yorkers,
it so
though.
many times. Will and Grace, seen it so many times.
Good show.
Roseanne, seen it so many times.
Yep.
Friends, seen it so many times. You
I
know,
can. That's the thing though. Friends is one of those shows where like even when I watch an episode I know I've seen 5 or 6 times, I still laugh.
I'll laugh, but I'm telling you, I'm skipping. I don't know. I'm waiting to see where's the game. Where's the game? What's
Yeah.
the, UFC. I want to see something. Boxing. I want to see.
Something.
I want to
live
see
happening,
something live.
active.
Yes.
I'm not mad at that.
Yesterday I was watching Lettucey. She was doing a tribute for Nina Simone, and it was
Really?
on PBS. Just so happened.
I'm telling you, PBS low key is that channel.
Was like, yes, girl. And of course, it was old. This was maybe like a year ago or so.
2018,
when-
2019.
Something like that, because everybody was on top of each other.
Right.
But they're promoting because it's to give, for tribute, like donations and.
Right.
But I was like, I'm gonna watch, and she was phenomenal.
Let it see.
Lettucey, like she is great energy, great voice, and she absolutely appreciates the people she works. Like she's always like, give it up for
Yeah.
doctor. The pianist was a doctor, like so he's a doctor in music.
Yeah.
And I guess he was like the leader
Of the band.
of the band. And then she had like 3 backup singers, and they were great and beautiful and on point. Like it was just, and she just, and welcome, Brittany or what, there's their
Right.
name's Sophia.
Giving the
or
shout
whatever.
outs.
Yeah, but throughout the whole thing,
Yeah.
it wasn't just at
At
the end.
Mm.
Like at the end.
They
when they're
normally
like,
kind of name everybody who's been performing all night.
they're like,
yeah.
oh, give it up for No, and everybody had a solo, and everybody, it was great. I recommend that for people. Like, watch anything live. And music is my definite thing.
Oh, I love music.
Music and sports is my heart. So.
And definitely,
and food.
definitely
The
support.
Food Network, everybody.
I can't do it. It makes me hungry.
Everybody needs
Makes
to
me
learn
hungry.
how to cook. Learn to make chicken 20 ways. It's beautiful. I love it.
It just needs to be fried.
It
It just needs to be fried.
just needs to be fried for this man. See?
But please do support PBS because I want to keep getting my checks. Thank you.
And scene.
On that note, we're going to go to our last commercial break. And when we come back, we're going to talk about some stuff that you should try and catch up on Netflix. And I know your list is, there as opposed to mine. I'm actually getting through.
Okay,
trying
well,
to.
I have something to say, of course, when we come back.
Hello, I'm Charles Aloma, and I'm proud to announce the new internet television station called LDM Network. And on this station, we're going to be bringing you live talk shows, music reviews, independent music artists, videos, sports, live events, and much, much more. Go to www.ldmnetwork.com www.ldmnetwork.net for more information and all the shows that are going to be on this network. Again, that's www.ldmnetwork.net. And hey, if you are an independent artist or you love to hear independent music, go to our new radio station called LDM Radio. Go to www.ldmradio.com for more information on where to listen or submit your music.
So we were laughing about how bad Falling Grace was. Yeah.
I love Tyler Perry.
I don't.
I would be definitely in one of his comedies. I think he's got a vision, and I appreciate it. But that movie was a little difficult.
God,
I didn't finish it.
I think the funniest thing
It
about
was so predictable, first of all, and then it was.
there were so
I
many
actually did
memes.
finish it. I'm not gonna lie. It took me 2 days to actually finish that movie.
Wow.
Yeah, like we stopped it. We were like, this is hard. And then the next day we were like, we have to finish it just because
You started
we
it.
started it. And we want to know.
Nah, I
And it
tried. I
was-
think I got through 20 minutes before I was just like, nah, I'm good. What else is there? And I only gave it a shot because my mother wouldn't stop. Like, it's a Tyler Perry thing. We need to support black people. It's like, but
Yeah.
I don't like Tyler Perry stuff except for Meet the Browns.
But I like Tyler Perry though. I'm pro black and support black and everything. I'm absolutely, I absolutely.
I find a lot of his stuff, like you said, this was predictable. I find a lot of his shows very predictable.
This was painfully.
Yeah, this was bad.
It was.
What was
bad.
worse were the memes that came out when this first came out. Was like there's a scene where she's walking down steps and like you could see the wig change that they gave her, like in between her walking from the top of the steps to the
It's
bottom.
It was just terrible, babe. What do you want me to tell you?
Oh yeah, that was
man.
bad.
Yeah.
Terrible. But also avoid Death of Me. I thought it was gonna be like a cheesy good like B horror movie, and it was just really bad. It's just the story of a couple that goes to Thailand, and after the day before they're about to leave, one of them seems to have died, but they're both alive the next day. They just see a video of one of them dying. They're like, wait, how are we both here if somebody broke my neck? And then they're trying to figure out this whole thing, and it was just like this really bad, like we got to use tourists to save our island kind of a story. It's just so corny.
Oh.
It has Maggie Q in it, so I gave it a shot because she used to be Nikita.
I like Maggie Q.
Yeah, I like her too.
But it was bad.
It was
huh?
so
I
bad.
didn't see it, folks. So I have
Skip
no
it.
idea.
Skip it. Don't even waste your time. I'm trying to save you 2 hours of your life.
I'll tell you a show that I got done watching a few days ago. It's called Surviving Death.
I feel like I watched that.
It's one season and it's got like 6 or 7 episodes and it is a true story. It's like a documentary,
Mm-hmm.
and it's unbelievable because it talks about people that have literally legit were dead
Right.
for like 30 minutes and literally saw themselves be lifted. They can see their body. And I'll never forget this one story. This lady's a doctor, and she's went kayaking and on one of the, like, she has money, so she went to like one of those islands where it's like
Yeah.
it's really hard. I can only see it like in a book. I'm like, I don't know if I'll ever just go on vacation and go kayaking in this beautiful island. That sounds amazing.
Right.
But unfortunately, she drowned.
Yeah.
Tipped over. She couldn't get over. She couldn't get out because when you're a professional, you know how to there's
Yeah.
a way to do your legs and your knees, and she couldn't get out and she drowned. She was dead for 30 minutes. They pulled her out. She was dead. She saw her body, went up. She said she saw the light. She said it was the most beautiful feeling. She felt warm, and then they told her like, you're not done doing what you need to do. Oh, and by the way, in 10 years, we're taking your oldest son. This is a true story. So now she's like telling her story, and she's like, I come back and I'm purple and blue and they can't believe it, like, because she's dead.
You should have been
She did
gone,
what
gone,
she-
right.
Gone. And so I come to it, and for the next 10 years, all I could think about is every day, is my son going to be alive?
Right.
So he makes it to his, like, 18th birthday. And she's like, son, I have something to tell you. When I died 10 years ago, for that 30 minutes, I was told, you know, by the spirit or the angel or whatever
Whoever.
it was that told her. And he was like, oh, Ma, that's silly. But before he was 19, there was a freak accident. Him and his girlfriend were, like, skiing or, like,
Snowboarding or something?
you know, skiing, but, like, on land.
Oh, that like
It's called some
that's-
land skiing
yeah,
or
that
land
sand thing, yeah.
crosswalking or whatever, but it's, like, on snow.
right.
And they were like, and a car came out of nowhere, missed the girl and hit her and killed him.
That's crazy.
So that's real. And people don't understand, like, that's real. Like, you need to, and she asked, why would you take my son at that time? When she, and the response was, everything comes in beautiful shapes or something like that. Yeah, that was the response, like, everything comes in beautiful shapes.
Something really vague.
It was something like, she was like, and it happened. So,
That's
in
crazy.
other words, I do believe that we're not the only ones, and I do believe there's life after this. I do. I truly believe.
I'm not mad at that. Tons of people.
But it's a crazy show.
That's
I recommend it.
That's great. Wow.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
That's stress. Can you imagine going 10 years like, is it today's the day? Is
Can
it-
you?
Oh,
That's what I.
I'd
couldn't
be
believe.
stressed.
Every day.
I would have had a
And
heart
then
attack.
It happened.
Yeah.
And then it happened.
But then the thing is, does knowing make it any easier? Like, just be like, oh.
No, it's terrible. I don't think anybody should know. Would you like to know when it's your time?
I feel like I'd be stressing going into it like that. I would be fine for 9 years, and then that birthday would be like, oh crap.
Well, but I mean, is it good to know for yourself? Isn't it better just whatever's going to happen?
I would want to know, just so
Really?
that way I can get everything in order in time. But
Really?
I'm just that kind of person.
Really?
I just want to have all my ducks in a barrel and be like, yeah, if I don't know when it's gonna happen exactly, but by this year I need this handled, so this way they're good. Yeah, give me that. I can set up my whole family however I need to get set up, get my paperwork in order, all that. Funeral will be like that, and then there you go.
I do not want to know. I don't want to know. I would like to know what's going to happen tomorrow. That would be great.
That'd be
you
dope.
know? Like something good, some good news.
But then
you know?
that you have to take the
But when it's time for me to go, I'm like, all right, let me.
take the positive spin on that. Like if you know that you are gonna die, say 36 years from now, this really random number, right?
Right.
That means you have 35 years to do dope things and you ain't gonna go. Like everything that's death defying would be on my list of things to do.
Yeah, but what if like?
No.
you were, like, 2 years?
They told me exactly. Now I'd be dead by 30,
Yeah,
30 some odd
yeah.
years.
They
I'd be
told you,
dead
like,
in 36 years. You will be dead. So that means I got 35 years to do dumb stuff. Yeah, let's do this. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's how I would live my life. I'd be walking
And
on
there's
every red
nothing wrong
light,
with
be
that.
zooming down the road.
You're like, man, I got
Trying to
time.
hit me,
I
son.
got time.
But
Josh,
they didn't tell
what are
you
you
was
going
that-
120 for? I ain't dying.
Yeah.
I got time.
No one said it. You wouldn't have
Oh,
any
you just
broken
gonna walk?
bones.
You're just gonna walk into this burning house?
Yeah, I'm good.
It's not a big deal.
Don't worry.
I ain't dying.
You know what though? That would be really smart. Like if I knew I couldn't die, I would definitely do like FDNY and like just save everybody I could.
I tried to do FDNY, but I needed 2 years of college courses.
See, I tried to do it and I scored
And of
high
course, I
and
never
wasn't
been
high
to
enough.
college, and I was like, all right, this isn't gonna work.
Darn.
Yeah.
Well, I think.
I guess you have to be really smart in like mathematics in order to be brave to go get somebody out of the fire.
Oh no, it's because their daily job doesn't often involve fighting fires that they're like anal about. It's mostly paperwork. Like they have to go into buildings and inspect buildings and like test people to be able to run the security systems and fire systems in those buildings. And it's really like the day to day is pretty bland. That's why they're so gung ho about fires. Like we get to do our job finally.
I hate when I hear a house on fire or something. Breaks my heart. I think that's like one of my fears. Like I never want to come home and see my house on fire.
Yeah, like your whole life is
My whole
in
life.
flames.
Yeah, like I hate to hear it. It exists. It happens.
yeah.
But I do not. I absolutely. Because I can't even imagine just losing everything, all my pictures, everything,
In
everything,
one shot.
just like that.
Well,
Just because there was an electrical, or because
something
the neighbor,
something random.
because a candle.
Especially if it wasn't my own fault, I'd be mad. Just mad. More than sad, I'd be
Right,
mad.
because I don't have my own house. So
Right.
you live with neighbors, like apartment,
Exactly.
apartment. It's like when people are nasty and they give you the cockroaches. The worst.
The worst.
The worst. Been there and done all that.
Well,
Projects in Harlem, baby.
I'd rather end on a more positive note. So one thing that I watched that I thought was like absolutely well done was it's called Tony Parker: The Last Shot. So we were
Oh.
speaking of documentaries. This one was really well done.
I wanted to see that.
I think the
You
coolest.
saw the Jordan one?
I did. That was really good. The
but
6-part one.
But the Parker one's better?
I think no. I would say the Jordan one's better just because there's a bigger story to tell that you
Okay.
take in. It
I mean,
encompasses
it's Jordan,
6 episodes,
And
right?
It's 6 episodes.
But no,
and
but it's a lot of stuff. It's like essentially Tony Parker is the French Michael Jordan. Like I didn't realize how big of a deal
he
he was internationally.
Yes.
You know, and I think because here in the States, one, international ball is definitely a lower scale because we take all the gold, but his significance to basketball in that country and how major it was to have, a lot. I think the coolest part about it was that you have Kobe Bryant as like the main NBA representative in there, besides a couple of the French guys he grew up with, right? And he's really talking about the significance in Parker in the NBA, but like acknowledging the brilliant businessman that he was. Like he seemed really like another Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant was always venturing into new fields, very intelligent, ahead of his time, and Tony, I never knew that about Tony Parker. He was just on this team full of international guys
Yeah.
who like really were above and beyond.
I want to see it.
It's really, really good.
Yeah, I believe you.
And it's one of you watched a good documentary when you're not only like, oh, that person's cool. You kind of sort of wish you were able to experience all this stuff with him that everyone else in that thing is talking about, like living the life with Tony Parker. Not necessarily even being him, but like being that friend that got to see that growth of that little boy all the way into that like king of France. It made me feel like, oh damn, I wish I knew him like that. Like I don't aspire to be. I'm just like,
Yeah.
it's such a great dude. It's such a good story. I loved it. So if you get a chance, watch it
Watch it.
because I'm not even a big documentary guy. It has to be really good, and,
Oh, I
and
love
normally it has to be
documentaries.
about a really cute animal.
Really?
I love the Disney like animal things. I'm like, yes,
Yeah.
little monkeys
I love
and
Disney.
bears.
Don't get me started on Disney. I love Disney.
All right. Well, before we go, we'll do our fans of the week, and our picture of the week. So, from Instagram, we have both Tana B, and the Black Spider-Man himself, Action Jackson. And then our picture of the week, I wanted to end on because Monday was MLK Day. So the picture of the week, I don't know if you saw it, so I'll pull it up for you. But essentially, it's one of the rare comics that a lot of people don't even know about, and it's the cover of it where Superman gets beaten by Muhammad Ali. So it was a special comic that was done in honor of Muhammad Ali, and so to show my Black pride and whatever, I posted it up on MLK Day. So that was the picture of the week. It's if you ever read it, it's actually like a fun story to read. But just the idea that like he truly is the greatest and will always be the greatest to ever do it. He's just too pretty.
Yeah, there's another documentary on that. You got to see it.
Well,
I
I
saw the Sam Cooke documentary, and it was excellent.
well maybe
And
next
I think
time.
you should watch it.
Oh, I definitely will watch it.
You would love it.
I
How
w-
they were friends, and
Yeah.
how they did the civil rights movement and everything. It was just.
Well,
Sam
next
Cooke
week.
is just.
Next week, I'm going to talk about One Night in Miami, which is kind of like the Regina King storytelling of their friendship with Jim Brown and Malcolm X. So it's a really good movie. Check it out on Amazon. But we'll go into details next week. All right, folks. So it's been another episode of Movie Review. All right, and we'll catch you guys.